this celebration with the Zan Tran Ensemble.
The contributions in the history of Asian Americans in this country, our country that we call America. But the fact is that our contributions are not limited to 1 month, not limited to the month of May, but our contributions are throughout the year, 365 days a year. You see these children in the school, you saw the entrepreneurs in the other room talking about their contributions, their struggles, and their challenges. And that happens 365 days a year here in America. While we're proud of our Asian heritage, we have to remember that we are Americans in this country, we are Americans in this city. So I want to do a couple things tonight with a bunch of folks and models that came from New York City to do a fashion show. FDR Park, the Southeast Asian Food Market, has gotten so much momentum. I want to thank Lorraine Chin. Please stand up, Lorraine.
Introduction. My name is Romana Lee Akiyama, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Public Engagement. First, I want to welcome you to City Hall, the People's Hall, and welcome you to tonight's program, Back to the Roots, which the City of Philadelphia is hosting in honor of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Back to the Roots is a collaborative program sponsored by multiple city agencies and advisory groups, including the Mayor's Commission on Asian Pacific American Affairs, the Office of Immigrant Affairs, the Mayor's Office of Public Engagement, and our Department of Commerce. Tonight's program came together out of pure dedication and commitment of an amazing team of volunteers, community leaders, artists, performers who were so intentional with everything that you will see and experience tonight. Be intentional, not accidental. As Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders who seek to be recognized by our city and peers, it is important to continue building up our community with intention, not by accident.
Gosh, this is such an amazing event. I want to really start off by saying, yes, I'm Jenny Nan, here from Commerce Department, Office of Business Services, as my bilingual business service manager. It's not easy going back to the roots. My parents depended on me a lot, right? So I never thought that I was going to work here at Commerce to help, the city thrive in small business. As I work in the city, I do see the struggles and the disconnect. Therefore, I want to hold myself accountable by connecting to my role, taking it seriously, advocating for all. Anyone here in the city of Philadelphia has equal rights to each program.
Thanks, Jenny, for hosting also. Hi, everyone. My name is Raquel. Happy AAPI Heritage Month. So the question is, how has my cultural background impacted my journey into entrepreneurship? I think my background, I'm first generation Filipino American. My cultural background, I think, discouraged me. So first generation American, my parents immigrated here from Metro Manila in the 80s. And so their journey was about survival. And so they taught their children, my brothers and I, go get your education, work a 9-to-5 job. We worked hard for you guys to survive. We want you guys to be comfortable.
31, very young in it, but I found that it was hard to find anyone really representing Filipino food culture within the city. There were only a handful of people doing it at the time when I opened the food truck in 2019, and I loved what everyone was doing, but I always felt like there needed to be more. That there's so many other, you go to any other culture and there's so many options to to go to these different restaurants and places, but why not Filipino food?
Arrived from spring break, and I'm Cambodian American refugee. And I guess the journey for me as being an immigrant and a refugee, basically it's kind of hard being misplaced and being dropped off and just coming out here with my parents and being that. I think we just basically need more people to reach out to basically I'll say folks like you, from people from the commerce department, from I guess all departments. Just to have that city folks come out more and interact with more community members. Especially in my community where a lot of folks don't speak the language, and we more like I would say translators, and just have I would say like a better system of explaining things, and also just make things a little bit easier. Like with SBA loans or all these other loans or grants and stuff like that, where don't make it too technical where it scares off business owners.
Funding is very difficult. When you are a new business owner, you don't necessarily have your sort of track record to show you have X amount of sales, so it can be very difficult. Professionally, I was in finance. I did a lot of pricing, and naturally I'm good with numbers, and I found what was helpful for me is to understand my product and understand how to price things and build a really strong business plan. So kind of how I approach funding, and we're in the process of opening right now, is kind of breaking it out into different parts. One being your own personal